Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about Jurassichrist by Michael Allen Rose. This is from Perpetual Motion Machine Publishing, and isn't this just the cutest little book you've ever seen? Look at that. It's so cute. Of course, it's supposed to remind you of a pocket Bible, and this is the story of the second coming of Jesus Christ. But because Jesus sort of exists outside of space and time, things go wrong. He does not come back in the modern day as he is supposed to. He reappears back in the time of the dinosaurs. And he's got to figure out he has to get back to heaven so that he can then try to get back to where he's supposed to be. The only way he can get back to heaven is by being crucified, which might be a problem because dinosaurs don't have opposable thumbs. It says that on here. Dinosaurs don't have thumbs. It's right there. But there's a lot more going on. This says, what does it say? Action, adventure, insanity, and good old-fashioned heresy await. So this, right off the bat, I would call this a bizarro story. Now, don't let that label intimidate you. Unlike what I first thought, the first time I heard about bizarro, it's not about the writing style. Bizarro isn't experimental forms of writing. It's more the ideas, the concepts, the story itself, where it's, even, I'm going to say most horror is real world. We understand the concepts. It's, people are driving their cars and it's day-to-day life, and then this horrific element is added to it, generally. Whereas in Bizarro, some of it can take place in the real world that just throws these really weird things into it. Sometimes the world itself is really weird. But it's all sort of face value, I guess. I'm by no means an expert on Bizarro. These are just my impressions, and this falls into that because, again, you've got Jesus with guns and hand grenades, and there's dinosaurs, and there's time travel, and it's hilarious, and at a number of points, I thought to myself, this has a quantum leap element to it. And then in the book, it actually says something about quantum leap. And the writing is very good. I don't believe I've ever read anything by Michael Allen Rose before. But this is well written. It's very funny. A lot of the jokes reminded me of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I still believe is the funniest book I've ever read. Just the style, the way certain things are written and said are hilarious, and it sort of reminded me of the same way the jokes were delivered, for lack of a better term, in Hitchhiker's Guide. Jesus is an interesting character. He goes by JC. He's casual. And this makes a lot of points about religion. Not going to tell you whether they're pro or con. And it's so JC, just wants to do his job. He was on Earth back in the day. He got himself crucified, died for our sins. But it's always been foretold that there will be a second coming, and it's time for him to come back and sort of course correct the way humanity's gone. But obviously, as I've said, things go wrong, and he ends up in the time of the dinosaurs. But it's not what we, the audience, would expect the time of the dinosaurs to be like. There are incongruities, I suppose. I don't want to give too much away, but so yeah. But Jesus can, he uses his holy abilities. He can arm himself. He can just make weapons appear. He can, he can perform miracles. He's Jesus. He's JC. And boy, it's tough to talk about too much because I don't want to give away the entire plot. As always, there are more characters than just Jesus. Jesus isn't just talking to himself the whole time. But it's well written. It's hilarious. It's thought provoking, I suppose, in its way. Between the jokes, and it's incredibly imaginative. The things that Michael Allen Rose does with the dinosaurs and with heaven and with different times and concepts and people and being very vague here, but just a well-written, funny, interesting, entertaining book. I gave it, I think, 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. I absolutely love this cover. It's got a dinosaur on it, and it's like a little Bible. It's so cute. Great looking dinosaur too. I should have looked up who the cover artist was, but I'm not going to waste your time or mine. Maybe I am. I'm going to take a quick look. Does it tell me? I don't. Cover art by Laurie Michelle. Look at that. That's great. Great job, Laurie Michelle. She's one of the co-owners of Perpetual Motion Machine Publishing, a co-host on Castle Rock Radio podcast when they do episodes. So good job there, Laurie Michelle. That's a nice one. So yeah, this is, I guess, a short review because there's tons I could talk about, but I don't want to, because you should pick this up and read it yourself and find out all the craziness that goes on in this story. I'm definitely gonna have to look for more stuff by Michael Allen Rose, and you should at least pick this one up. I can't recommend stuff I haven't read, so I'm not gonna say pick up more of his stuff, but pick this one up. Highly recommended. That's Jurassichrist by Michael Allen Rose from Perpetual Motion Machine Publishing. Is there anything else I need to say about this? I don't think so. So, if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comics, games, and furry animals, is EricSmith5757. That's Eric with a K, ErikSmith 5757. That's it. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.